Prince Harry has warned of Britain's deeply troubling rise in anti-Semitism following a string of anti-Semitic attacks directed against the country's Jewish community in an op-ed published Thursday by British left-wing magazine The New Statesman. Harry outlined his fears for what he called a divided kingdom and urged people to separate their protests against the Israeli government from prejudice towards Jewish people. And Russia launched a barrage of missiles and drones home targeting Ukraine's capital, Kyiv, killing at least 3 people and wounding 40 others. Ukrainian authorities have said. The Ukrainian military said on Thursday that the overnight strikes hit 6 districts of Kyiv and another 6 in the surrounding areas. Deputy Prime Minister Alexei Kuleba said attacks had targeted ports in the southern Odessa region and railways.
That Peshawar High Court, PHC, has stopped authorities from deducting money from the salaries of government employees accused of receiving payments under the Benazir Income Support Programme, BISP. The matter was heard by a 2-member bench comprising Justice Ijaz Anwar and Justice Inamullah Khan.
And Vlectra has announced new installment plans for its Bolt 3K electric motorcycle in Pakistan. The company said customers can finance the motorcycle with flexible payment options of up to 36 months, which brings the cost down to just Rs 10,100 per month.
That former Pakistani Prime Minister Imran Khan's ex-wife, Jemima Goldsmith, has publicly defended New York Times columnist Nicholas Kristof after he came under intense criticism over his recent opinion piece, detailing allegations of sexual violence against Palestinians by Israeli military personnel. Jemima reshared a post by journalist Sangeeta Miska criticizing the backlash against Kristof and condemned what she described as escalating intimidation tactics against journalists covering Palestine.
And former Pakistan national badminton champion Pulwasha Bashir has won the women's 35-plus singles title at the Canadian Masters tournament after defeating Canada top-seeded player Anna Rice in the final. Pulwasha said the event featured more than 300 players from around the world, including competitors from Indonesia, India, Canada, and other countries. She described the tournament as an incredible experience. And the Army Rocket Force Command conducted the successful test fire of the indigenously developed Fateh IV ground-launched cruise missile on Thursday, the military's Media Affairs Wing said. A statement issued by the Inter-Services Public Relations said that the weapon system was equipped with advanced avionics and state-of-the-art navigational aids and capable of engaging long-range targets with high precision. And the Foreign Office on Thursday said certain media reports misrepresented Chinese Foreign Minister Wang Yi's recent remarks to Deputy Prime Minister and FM Ishak Dar, affirming the call was held with cordiality. The clarification comes after Chinese state media Xinhua reported that during his call with Dar on Tuesday, Wang expressed hope that Pakistan can step up mediation efforts between the United States and Iran. And a federal judge has temporarily blocked United States sanctions against Francesca Albanese, a United Nations expert on the occupied Palestinian territory. UN Human Rights Council's Special Rapporteur Francesca Albanese was sanctioned in July 2025 after she publicly criticized Washington's policy on Israel's genocidal war against Palestinians in Gaza.
That local governments in New Jersey and New York have reduced the cost of train and bus tickets for commuters traveling to the state's joint World Cup venue during the tournament. New Jersey transit train tickets to the MetLife Stadium, renamed New Jersey-New York Stadium for the FIFA World Cup, will now cost $98 as opposed to the earlier price set at $150 for a return fare. New Jersey Governor Mickey Sherrill announced on Wednesday that Microsoft is retiring Copilot mode in Edge, as its AI features are now being integrated directly into the browser on both desktop and mobile devices. Microsoft originally introduced Copilot mode testing in July last year. The feature allowed users to search for information across multiple open tabs and analyze content on different pages. That Pakistan will face Sri Lanka and Scotland in their warm-up matches for the upcoming ICC Women's T20 World Cup 2026, which will be held in England and Wales. The Women's T20 World Cup 2026 warm-up fixtures will take place from June 6 to 10, giving teams an important chance to adjust to local playing conditions before the main tournament begins. That Parliamentary Secretary for Communications Gul Asghar Khan Bagor informed the National Assembly that reconstruction work on the flood-damaged N95 Kalam Road in Swat will begin within the next 90 days. Responding to a calling attention notice moved by MNA Amjad Ali Khan, the Parliamentary Secretary said the 133-kilometre Chakdara Kalam Road suffered extensive damage during the 2022 floods, particularly along a 6-kilometre stretch. That Pakistan's passport has been ranked 100th globally in the latest Henley Passport Index, offering visa-free or visa-on-arrival access to 30 countries. The index compares 199 passports across 227 travel destinations and ranks them based on the number of countries holders can access without obtaining a prior visa. That International Industries Limited, PSX-INL, is planning to enter Pakistan's mining and exploration sector through a proposed joint venture, marking a strategic move beyond its core steel and polymer pipe business. That the company plans phased investments of up to Rs 500 million per partner under the initiative. In a notice submitted to the Pakistan Stock Exchange, that the company said the proposed venture would operate through a consortium structure with activities focused mainly on opportunities in Balochistan and Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. Operations will be managed through a dedicated joint venture company.
And Russia is establishing a full-fledged partnership with Afghanistan's ruling Taliban and is encouraging other countries in the region to expand cooperation with Kabul. A senior Russian security official said on Thursday, Russia last year became the first country to formally recognize the 1021 as US-led forces staged a chaotic withdrawal from Afghanistan after 20 years of war. And they come in blister packs of 10 like any normal painkiller, and you can buy them easily in roadside kiosks and street pharmacies across West Africa. Millions of tapentadol tablets from India are helping drive a deadly opioid epidemic ravaging the region, with officials and researchers telling AFP that they are also being added to the zombie drug Kush. And Quetta, the Vice-Chancellor and Pro-Vice-Chancellor of the University of Gwadar, who had left Balochistan's port city for Quetta, have gone missing, officials told Dawn on Thursday. Vice-Chancellor Dr. Abdul Razak Sabir and Pro-Vice-Chancellor Syed Manzoor Ahmed have been missing for the past 24 hours, the officials said on Thursday afternoon. And summary executions and rape were among the atrocities committed by the MT3 rebel group and Rwandan soldiers during their weeks-long occupation of the lakeside city of Vira in Eastern Democratic Republic of Congo, and an investigation by a leading rights group has found. Human Rights Watch, HRW, says its investigators found evidence of the execution of 53 civilians, 46 men, and 1 woman and 6 children during door-to-door raids in the city's neighborhoods after the rebels, widely believed to be backed by Rwanda, captured it in December. And Cuba has completely run out of diesel and fuel oil, the country's energy minister Vicente de la Oleve has said. In an interview with state-run media, de la Oleve said there were limited amounts of gas available, but that Cuba's energy system was in a critical state as a US-led blockade of oil to the country squeezed supply. And California has contacted FIFA over possible legal violations in the sale of World Cup tickets following allegations that some fans purchased seats in categories that were later changed. The state's Attorney General said the probe, which comes as supporters complain about the high prices of tickets for this year's tournament, follows reports that football's governing body sold tickets by categories displayed on stadium maps but later adjusted those categories before assigning specific seats. And Kathmandu, Nepal on May 1, a team of officials from the United States, led by President Donald Trump's special envoy for South and Central Asia, Sergio Gore, took a helicopter to the base camp of Mount Everest. And located at an altitude of 5,364 meters, 17,600 feet, the base camp is where Everest climbers acclimatized to the thin air before heading towards the 8,849 meter, 29,032 summit in Nepal, and home to 8 of the world's 10 highest peaks.
That. Norfolk, United Kingdom, Matthew Collings, an English artist in his 70s, sketches on the papers in front of him at his home in the scenic coastal county of Norfolk. Over the past 6 years, since moving away from the art commentary and criticism that he focused on for decades, he has made more than 3,000 drawings.
And the US-Israeli war on Iran is draining the color from Japan's supermarket shelves, with the biggest crisp makers swapping once vibrant packaging for monochrome as a result of a shortage of ink. Tokyo-based Calbee, one of the most popular brands in the snack market, has said it will, at least temporarily, switch to using black and white on the packaging of 14 of its products, including its Calbee potato chips. And Lionel Messi scored his 10th and 11th goals and had an assist, while German Betarame scored the go-ahead goal in the 84th minute. And as Inter Miami took advantage of 2 defensive blunders in a 5-3 victory over host Cincinnati, Matteo Silvetti pulled Miami level at 3-3 in the 79th minute, the start of a late rally that saw the Herons 7-2-4 and 25 points win their 5th straight on the road in Major League Soccer, MLS, on Wednesday night, and their 7th consecutive away win across all competitions. And Fly Jinnah has launched direct flights between Quetta and Lahore, further expanding its domestic network in Pakistan. The inaugural flight on the new route operated on May 13, with a full passenger load of 174 travellers, reflecting strong demand for improved air connectivity between the two cities. And Pakistan fast bowler Shaheen Shah Afridi is most likely to be dropped for the second test match against Bangladesh. Scheduled to begin on May 16 at the Sylhet International Cricket Stadium, Khurram Sherzad is expected to replace Shaheen Afridi as Pakistan look to make changes following their disappointing 104-run defeat in the first test at the Sher-e-Bangla National Stadium in Mirpur. And Lenovo has introduced a new budget gaming monitor called the Liku N2757Q in China, starting at only $18. It will most likely reach the international market as well. The Lenovo Liku N2757Q features a 27-inch fast IPS display with a 2560 by 440 resolution. The panel delivers 2K visuals with a pixel density of 108 ppi. And the United Arab Emirates, UAE, has publicly denied Israel's viral claim that Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu secretly visited the country and met President Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed. The controversy began late last night when the Israeli Prime Minister's official X account posted that Netanyahu had made a secret visit to the UAE during Operation Roaring Lion and held a meeting with Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed. And the Pakistan Cricket Board, PCB, has announced the match officials for the 3-match ODI series between Pakistan and Australia, which will be played in Rawalpindi and Lahore from May 30 to June 4. Sri Lanka's Graeme Labroy will lead the playing control team as match referee for all 3 ODIs. Labroy represented Sri Lanka in 9 tests and 44 ODIs between 1986 and 1992.